What up, YouTube? I'm back. Finna try to sit this thing over in here today so I can give y'all some back-to-back footage. So when this motor right here was down, I went on and had my transmission freshen up while it was down. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I finna do today is try to get this engine bolted up to the transmission, get everything set over in there, and then later on put the turbos and stuff on and just get it fired up and get it running. So that's the plan for this episode, to get everything bolted up and get it set over in there, and keep going. But also, I want to talk to y'all about engine building and what you want, how much horsepower you want, what your budget need to be, and all that old stuff. So while I'm working, I'm gonna do a little talking to y'all to kind of fill people in on what all goes into an engine, when you building it. As you can see, it's different levels to this stuff, and it all depends on your budget. So while I'm working, I'm gonna be talking, and let's hop right on into this video and get this thing going. All right, y'all, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get this thing off the stand. Gonna get it off the stand, get it on the ground, get the ball going. And what I mean by I want to talk to y'all about engine building is, some people think, like, I'm gonna say this. I done had people ask me, how much you charge to build we just gonna say example, 383. I said, well, the price to build it be about the same. Typical labor on building a motor probably $1,000 or whatever. But yeah, like I was saying before my phone wrong, people be, hey, you can build me a 383. I say, what's your budget, what's your horsepower, what horsepower you looking for, and what's your budget for that horsepower. First thing, as soon as you say, what's your budget, they take it in the fence. Like, I don't know, they think, somebody trying to count their pocket or what, but no, I need to know your budget so I can know how to build your motor, or what to do. Cause I can give you a $2,000 383 probably. I'm just throwing a number out there. I can give you a $5,000 383. I can give you a $20,000 383. It all depends on. So don't take it offended when somebody say, what horsepower you looking for and what's your budget? Because I can build you a 383 or any motor. 400, big block, 468, 498. I can build anything expensive and I can build it cheap. Or budget friendly where, everything gonna hold up good and you gonna be good. So for all y'all guys that take it offensive that people, the mechanic ask y'all what's your budget is, what horsepower range you looking for and stuff like that, that's cause he trying to get a better understanding of what you trying to do. I can build a 383 with a pair of $10,000 heads on it. Or I can build you one with a set of $2,000 heads on it. Just the heads. I can get you a rotating assembly together Well, just the dang gone rods cost $3,000. So when I ask you what's your budget on your motor, it's best for you to tell the man what's your budget and what you looking for. Don't take it offensive because he asking you what's your budget on your motor, on your bill. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that. The man trying to understand what you trying to do. And what's the limit? People kill me. Oh, ain't no limit. Okay, ain't no limit. Well, we're gonna go get these $5,000 set of rods then, since you ain't got no limit. No limit. We're gonna go get you a set of $10,000 heads since you ain't got no limit then. We're gonna go all the way big since you ain't got no limit. Mr. Master P. You ain't got no limit. Man, get out of here, Mr. No Limit. Oh boy. Back here in this yard, this rain got everything ugly, all the stuff falling out the trees. But I'm gonna manage to get it done for y'all and get a little footage in. Try my best to get this motor and transmission set over in there. Just sit it over in there. I ain't gonna hook nothing up. I'm just gonna sit it over in there. I bought some brand new ARP Flex bolts right here. Go ahead and get these on. Rain done messed up the package, but it's all good. But yeah though, getting back to talking to people about motors and stuff like that, and how much you charge to do this and how much you charge to do that, you have to have a budget. There's nothing that I can do or help you if I don't know your budget. So I gotta know your budget. I gotta know your budget. Oh, wow. Let's see where we at. Alright, cool. That's the line up right there. Gotta know your budget. Yup, cause some stuff you can do for this price, some stuff you can't do for that price. And another thing, people are so fast to say, well, I can go get a crate motor. I can go get a crate 383 from Blueprint or whoever. But let me tell you something. Make sure, I ain't gonna even say make sure, I'm gonna tell you what I know. Them crate motors, the ones that be pretty, what y'all call, pretty cheap, 5,000-6,000, ain't nothing in them motors forged. There's no H-beam rods in there. There's no 4340 crankshaft in there. There's no none of that in there. It's regular stuff in there and Hypertech pistons. So don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with that. Depending on what you want to do. Depending on you want to add power additive and all that old stuff. You limited to what you can do with them engines. And ain't nothing wrong with them. I done installed plenty of them before. Better go get a crate motor. You and put it, I damn sure will. Put it right on in there. Yep. Sure will. I don't knock nobody or what they want to do. Sure don't. Come on now. There you go. There you go. Tighten them on up. Alright, y'all get something to tighten them up real quick. Torque them things down when I get it on the ground. I'm gonna read the torque specs on it. Alright, let me go ahead and get this thing let down and get it on the ground. Look at that stuff right there on the ground. Alright, let me get this thing let down. Take the AN fittings off. Another thing, me personally, I run AN fittings on all my stuff if I can, or whenever I get a chance. I run AN fittings. What I mean by that, bottom radiator hole, upper radiator hole, power steering lines, anything you can think of gonna have an AN fitting on it, or this. It would not have a vacuum hose on it unless I absolutely can't help it, but it's gonna have an AN fitting on there. Let me get this off right here. I don't need that on right now, it's just gonna be in the way. Get that off. Hold on a minute. Gonna be in the way. These AN hoses cost. I think that's 50, and I want to say that's about 40 for that right there. Stuff costs now. People be thinking this stuff don't cost. This stuff costs. I ain't on here just to be bragging, but I'm on here just to let you know how much it costs. Look at that spider right there. I don't know if y'all can see that damn spider. Damn spider right there. Then y'all be out here buying these motors, don't know what you're getting. Man, somebody just tore my buddy head off with a motor. I told my buddy, come give me $20,000 for my setup, right? And out one of my cars. I said, man, give me $20,000. Motor, transmission, everything brand new. I said, man, give me $20,000. Motor, transmission, turbos, everything. Now, not this particular setup, but I had another setup. I told him, give me $20,000 for everything. Nah. I ain't trying this and that. I said, oh, okay. I ain't hear from him for a couple of days, couple of weeks. Oh, boy. I done bought a 6.0 with the turbos on it, 400 transmission, highly fuel injected, made 600 but set up for 1,000 horsepower. I'm like, okay, cool then, bro. You know what you spend? Oh, boy, I gave him 15,000. I said, okay, cool. And 15,000. So I said, you ain't take the oil pan off that motherfucker? You know, you ain't take the oil pan off of it? Nah, I ain't take the oil pan off of it. I said, so you mean tell me you bought a motor from a total stranger and then take the oil pan off of it? I said, is you gonna take the oil pan off of it? Yeah, I guess I'll take it off. Now this 2 weeks after he done bought the motor now. This right here 2 weeks after he done bought the motor. He decides to take the oil pan off. Now, he bought a stock 400 transmission, 6.0. It had a front pulley set up on it, and turbo kit, Holly Terminator. Supposed to have been a turnkey package. Motor, transmission, front, had the turbo on it. Everything was on it. So I said, man, you ain't gonna take the oil pan off? So he, yeah, I'm gonna take it off. All right, cool. He took the oil pan off. He called me back. Man, they done got me. When he said that, I wasn't thinking, I was thinking, well, probably got a stock 6.0, just like I told him it was gonna be. And nah, it was a little worse than that. It was a stock 6.0, all right. It was a stock blown up 6.0. Boy. So I said, you gave him 15,000 for that? Now all of a sudden, here come the number change. Now the numbers done changed now since the motor. I was just saying it, but I gave him 12. I said, bruh. I don't care who's selling you a motor. You check the motor. You need to check the motor. I don't care who's selling to you, especially if it's coming out somebody, ain't coming out no damn store. So you need to check the motor. You need to check the motor. I begged him to check the motor. He finally checked the motor. And that what happened. See what these things tore down to. 85 pounds. Okay. 85 pounds. Hey. So yeah, he bought a blown up 6.0. Not only blown up, a stock blown up 6.0. Now ain't no possible way this dude, whoever sold it to him, had some big old balls. I mean, he had balls, woo. He had to have some big balls. I'm talking about some huge ones. Some I probably ain't never seen before. For you to pull up to this man's shop and sell him a motor that's blown up. Now, when he showed me when he took the oil pan off and showed me the bottom end, I say, hey, bro, ain't no way he didn't know that was like that before that came. So ain't no way he can justify that. Now, I see if he would have crunked the motor up and it had a slight knock or was smoking or something. This thing was pistons and rods ain't connected in in the bottom end. When then connected. Getting the converter in here. She locked in. Alright. So when then connected, I'm talking about it on broke rod, piston, everything. It shattered. So he said he called the dude. Dude said he ain't know nothing about that. I said, man, good God Almighty. Ooh, with some shady folks out here. I couldn't even, man. Now let me would have did something like that to somebody. Oh, motherfucker, I finna come shoot you, kill you, and every damn thing, girl. They'll be, man, shit. Couldn't even come outside. Motherfucker be pulling up at your shop, at your house. Everything. But boy, ain't no way. I said, so what did he say about the money? And he ain't got the money. He ain't got the money. Man, some shade. It's a shady world out here, man. With this racing stuff and these motors and stuff. So you better watch who you deal with. And just be careful. And same dude, I told him this motor right here. I told him bring me 10.5 for this motor right here. I said, man, bring me 10.5 for the motor. I'll let you. I said, bring me 10.5 after I get done building it. Bring me 10.5. He ain't want to do that. He ain't want to do that. So, hey. Oh, boy. Get that transmission on here. Story time. That's what I'm going to call this episode. Story time. That's what it is. Story time. That's what it is. Now, go ahead and get this button up real quick, but bolt it together so I can at least sit it over in here. But what I was saying, damn, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, this transmission right here. I want to talk about this transmission. I done had this transmission for probably 15 to 20 years right here. Transmission been around a minute. It started out with a Neil's racing transmission from many years ago with just a 400 with a tram brake back then. And I actually bought this transmission from Moon and Sadem. A lot of people know them in the racing world. I bought this transmission from them, and it was just a regular build from Neil back then with a 400 with a tram brake, and everybody know a stock 400 will hold at least 800 to 1,000 horsepower. So I ran this transmission for years and years and years. And then when I started making power, I went and bought all the billet stuff to go in here. Let me go ahead. I'm just talking and ain't moving. I went and bought all the billet stuff to go in here and had Michael Wright. Everybody heard of old man named Michael Wright. He been in the race community for a long time, and I had him to build it for me then a couple of years back. And I went with the billet stuff, all billet drums, all the 2,000 horsepower stuff is in here. I went and bought all that stuff myself, spent about $3,000 probably on that stuff. So, and I think I had Michael Wright to build it, and it held up. Never had an issue. I had an issue. I had an issue not too long ago, but it wasn't due to him. So the issue was I had lost reverse and high gear. So Damn. Get some power on that. So, I need 916. Dang. So I lost reverse and high gear. So at the time when I lost that, I said, let me take it to Neil, because I knew Michael Wright was busy and he done got kind of old. So I said, let me take it to Neil and see what's going on with it. So when I asked Neil what's going on with the transmission, Neil said a snap ring came loose that holds some drum or whatever. I don't know nothing about all that. He said all your billet stuff looked good or whatever. He said whoever did the transmission last, they did it right. I said, okay, old man, Michael Wright did it. So he said, yeah, it wasn't nothing on him. He said what happened was that particular drum that I got, he said, what brand drum you got? I told him the brand drum I got in here, the billet drum. I told him, I think it's transmission, people online called transmission specialists or whatever. And, so he said what happened was the drum, that particular company did not cut the snap ring groove deep enough, and it jumped out on that particular gear or whatever. He said it had nothing to do with the last person who built it. He said they didn't cut the snap ring deep enough. And he went in here and he freshened everything up and fixed everything, because it's been a long time since I got it back from Michael Wright. So he freshened up some stuff for me. And it's good to go. And it's rated at 2,000 horsepower. Now, this transmission, I fairly got around 35 to 4 grand in this transmission worth of parts in here. And I think I got a $1,500 torque converter made by PTC, I think. I really want me one of them ones that come apart. I just like the way they look, to be honest. But this torque converter was matched up great with this cam, and I looked up the torque converter and called the people. And cause actually this torque converter came, and this cam that in here came from a buddy of mine some years ago. So this torque converter costs a lot of money. So that's the reason why I ain't changing it. But anyway, so you're looking at about 5,000 just here. It's just to hold the horsepower that this motor gonna put out without messing it up or anything. So just some good info to know. Yep. Let's button up. So let's hang this thing and see can we get it set over in there before the rain comes. Alright, y'all. Story time. About out of stories. Let's see can we get this thing hung and just try to get us 2 boats started. I don't know if y'all ever seen the engine bay. Let me show y'all the engine bay. Show y'all the engine bay. It's the old engine bay for old Iron Man, all the goodies. All right, now let me get this motor in there and get it in here. But yeah, man, you gotta watch these people who y'all buy motors from and even get to build your motor. Like, it's a lot of shady folks that's saying this in there and that in there, and it ain't in there. You know what I mean? And it's not in there. With me, you gonna see what's in there. I'm gonna show you when you get ready to come pick your motor up or whatever, however we doing it. I'm gonna show you everything. Everything. I'm gonna show you everything you got going on. Ain't gonna be no funny business or nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing funny. We're gonna do legit business. So don't y'all get tricked out there like my buddy did. Don't y'all get tricked. Let's see, can I walk this thing over a little bit? Use this darn jack handle. So yeah, be careful who you get to put your motors in. I mean, do your stuff. Oh, I'm tripping. I don't know why I thought them wheels was stuck in the straight position. They swerve. Thing should come over this way easy. There we go. Alright. I don't get it up in there. Yup. But yeah, man. Let's see what I ain't covered yet. I'm gonna put the turbos in another day. I hope that don't hit my AN fitting. The damn thing, this thermostat housing costs $100. Let me wrap something around that. I really want to take it off. Let me take that off. I don't want that to hit my AN fitting. I ain't got time for that. Size this thing is. I ain't got time for that. No sir. Take that off. Take that on and off. Yeah, take that on and off, Joan. See, can we go on up with it? Get them on over in now. Phone ring, can't get no work done. So yeah, moral of the story is don't let nobody fuck you. I don't care who they is. Take the oil pan off. If they say it's in there, it ain't nothing to buy a $25 oil pan gasket. Just go on and buy the gasket. It ain't nothing to buy the gasket. They say, oh, it's aluminum rod small block or aluminum rod big block. Got callus crank. It got, hey, let's take it off. Let's see it. Let's take it off. Let's take the oil pan off. It ain't gonna hurt nobody to take no oil pan off. I don't care if I seen it online and you FaceTime me. I don't care if you FaceTime me and you say this the motor. Okay, leave it the oil pan off when I get there and I want to pick it up. Leave it just like that for me. For my security. If I'm buying, I don't care who you is. You can be the knownest drag race on planet Earth. Leave it just like that so when I get there, we gonna take the oil pan off. That's what we doing. That's what we come to do. We taking off oil pans over here. Anything I'm buying off the street, the oil pan will come off. You can believe that. I don't care who you is. And the second moral of the story is work with your builder. Don't be all hostile with your builder once he asks you, hey, what's your budget, what you doing, what you like to do, how much horsepower, and all that. You know, hey, talk to your builder. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing set down in here. And then next episode, I'll be bolting the turbos up and we're gonna do turbo talk, story time with turbo talk. And we'll go from there. I got some stories to tell about some turbos, especially out of Georgia. I got some stories to tell about that. So y'all definitely want to tune in to that when I'm putting the turbos on. I'm gonna tell y'all a little turbo history out of Atlanta, Georgia. One of the first person I know had a turbo. Yep. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, subscribe, and I hope you learned something from this episode. And I'm gonna keep on working. I'm gonna get two motor mount boats set in here, and I'm gonna shut it down. Peace.